Hello, my homeschool friends. It has been a long while since I have popped in here and shared a little bit of a homeschool update. I think my last video was the fall, September, October. And so we've put in a whole nother school year. I want to share today things that went well, things that we want to change for next year. But since it's been so long and I've been very sporadic over the last couple of years, just want to give a quick little outline of our family so you know kind of where I'm coming from. So my name is Chantel. I actually was a teacher before I became a homeschooler. My oldest is finishing 10th grade this year. My next is finishing 7th grade. And then I have two younger kids finishing second grade and kindergarten. My younger two are actually in the foster care system. They've been with us long term. It looks like they'll be staying with us for a long time, but we are not legally allowed to homeschool them. So while I do some stuff with them kind of on the side, they are not homeschooled. So when I'm talking today, I will be talking about things with my oldest two kids. I did a video last spring, I think. Actually, I could try to look it up. When was it? Yes, last spring, sharing a simple DIY homeschool outline, like very literature based. That is what we used this last year. We didn't really deviate very much from the plan that I laid out. I also have a post on Substack about it. We pretty much used a literature based approach for every subject except math and science, kind of. I will say one of my biggest struggles this year, my kindergartner has been doing half days and she got placed in the afternoon class, which is not the class that I requested. And it just has thrown off our school year so much. We like to do school in the morning, but part of my morning is kind of getting her ready so she can be on the bus. She gets on at an awkward time, so she has to eat lunch early. So like I'm doing a lot of running around in the mornings instead of focusing on homeschool. And it was just not something I could change. So this was just a year where, as far as that goes, I feel like I just making it through. Even now we have like a month and a half left of public school and let's just get to the end. So in many ways, it was not an ideal school year and that was just out of our control. I probably could have had a better attitude about it, but I'll try for the next month and a half. We are just finishing up. We're going to be done here at the end of May with our homeschool, but public school goes till the end of June. So I talked to my two oldest and asked them what worked for them, what didn't work for them. Surprisingly, they both loved the literature-based approach. I thought one of my kids would love it. I didn't think that the other one was going to love it, and they both said they enjoyed it. So I do have a video and a Substack post kind of like how this all worked and looked in our homeschool. So I'm not going to go into great detail, but just in general, what we would do for our literature-based subjects is for each subject, I assigned a certain amount of time each day that they were supposed to work on this subject. And then I had a list of books and they just read from that book for their amount of time. And then once they finished that book, they went on to the next one. I found that in general, this worked really well because I didn't have to say, oh, read one chapter or read like stop at this point in the chapter or anything like that. It was very simple as far as that goes. So I really loved the format of it. Things that I'm going to be changing a little bit more next year is I'm going to be getting more written feedback from my kids. So my oldest is going to be doing more essays. They're both going to be doing more notebooking and like writing summaries of what they're reading. I would have liked more of that this year, but my bandwidth for checking in on that stuff just kind of was non-existent. So something I want to work on, adding more of that in. For my oldest, science is not her favorite subject, so I want to try to find resources for a literature-based science approach, literature-based approach for science next year. I have a couple of options for this. I'm not 100% committed yet, so I don't want to share them in case they're not good. I need to do a little bit more research, but I think that's going to work for her. She's not planning on going into a field where she needs like major science credits, like needs to know a lot about it. So I think we're going to kind of stick with her science interests and go literature-based there. And this year, for next year, she has asked that I add in Christian nonfiction as another subject for her, because she wants to be reading some C.S. Lewis and I think more like Gavin Ortland. She's read some of his stuff. I intentionally didn't add it in this year because she was doing a decent amount of that on her own. She watches Gavin Ortland's YouTube channel, and so I thought that would be enough, but apparently she wants more of it, so we're going to be adding that in. No complaints from me there. Both kids are excited about bringing back poetry tea time, another thing I just felt like didn't have the bandwidth for this year. Neither of them super love poetry. My oldest is starting to get into it a little bit, but the snacks definitely can be enticing, and I'm all for just bribing children with snacks. That sounds like a good time to me. I love poetry, so I want my kids to love it. So if I just got to feed them to have them hang out there with me, that's great. One of the things that I feel like suffered this year was just our time together. Now with a 7th grader and 10th grader, there's like a decent gap between like learning abilities, but there are some things we can be doing together, and I want to do more of those next year. One of the things we try to do every day is watch World from A to Z. It's like a 10-minute current news with some history and geography in there. It's a YouTube channel. We really enjoy it. The timing this year, just with our schedule, like we would be like, yeah, we're going to do it every day this week. And then we would do it like 2 or 3 days. And that's just how it's been. So I want to do better at doing that every day next year. Pick a time. That's the time we do it. I also want to do, I think, more geography together. One of the YouTube channels that we have enjoyed watching together in the past, and my oldest was doing on her own a bit this year, is Matt and Julia's channel. They're like a travel vlog channel, except that they don't just say, hey, we're here doing this. Like, they also add in a lot of facts about where they're traveling. And I've really enjoyed all the videos I've seen, and we've been watching them for years. So I want to add more of that in. And then I'm not sure what else necessarily for together time, other than I want to do more field trips. I'm the kind of person where like I like to, if we're going to go meet friends or go on a hike or something, I like to go somewhere for 10, kind of come home for lunch-ish. And that just has not worked with our schedule this year. So just chalk it up to like, that didn't work this year, but I want to get back at that next year. My 11th grader is really close to being finished her math. So she wants to work through, or her current plan is to work through the summer so that she can maybe finish in grade 11. So we're going to keep going with that. We're still using Learn Math Fast. My 7th grader, we skipped the algebra book and went into geometry, and we're going to have to go back to algebra yet, but we just found that worked better for him. Other than that, neither of my kids love math, so I can't say like, oh yeah, it's making them like love learning math, but I have all the books now. I think there's 7 books. They're only $40 Canadian or so per book, and you just print out the worksheets. So it's much cheaper than other math options. And once you are a certain age, it's very hard to figure out like where in a math program to fit a kid. So I find this just works really well for us. One thing I need for my oldest is more options for books for nature lore. She read Freckles and A Girl of the Limberlost. She's read some L.M. Montgomery. Like, I want some novels that are quite nature focused. Don't necessarily have to be classics. I think she read some other ones too. Oh, she read The 29th Day, and she enjoyed like all of those, but I just need some more options. If you guys have some book suggestions that have a lot of nature in them, I would love to hear that, both for my going to be 8th grader and going to be 11th grader. And then some things specifically that my 7th grader said, he wants to work on his printing. It's always been a bit of a struggle. So he wants to copy out Bible verses. Like, well, no complaints here for me. That was his idea. Yeah, there wasn't actually that much for him other than I'm going to add in more forced free reads, which I know doesn't really make sense. Just books that don't really follow or fall under necessarily a certain subject, but are books that I think he'll love. So I'm going to make him read it. Maybe they just follow under English language arts because he is such a rereader and he's constantly rereading books and re-listening to audiobooks, but needs a push to find some new ones. And there's lots of great ones that I know he'll love. So my forced free reads are going to be included as well. So for the most part, we plan on continuing the same type of schedule as last year with a few minor changes. I feel like this is the first year where what we did this year, we're almost going to duplicate for next year. I feel like it's going to be the least amount of changes. So I'm very excited about that. I will probably either do a Substack post or a video here, or a couple of videos here sharing what specifically we're going to be doing, specific books that I have on their lists closer to the fall. I'm not really sure because I've been very sporadic on here. I don't really want to promise anything because I don't know how it'll go. But I just wanted to give a little bit of an update. I would love to hear how your homeschool year went. What are some books you guys loved? I mean, I have a whole YouTube channel all about books, so I always want to hear some book recommendations from you guys. Any other resources you've been loving, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments.